Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, as the title suggests, Holly is Sasha's mother on General Hospital. Now, I gotta sit there and say, I didn't see that coming. And although I do sit there and go from spoilers from time to time, I gotta agree with DC on this one. This is actually a nice surprise. Did not see that coming. Now we are going to sit there and talk about all the soap operas tonight because, as I said in one of my videos, I'm in the mood to cook tonight. So let's sit there and do roll call, get this started. And gorgeous Queen Janet, yes, I will answer that question in 1 second. So let's do roll call real quick, get this started. Amy, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Danny's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon's in the chat. How you doing tonight? AKA Mr. GQ. Amber's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Tommy is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ronnie Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Gorgeous Queen Janet is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Now Janet says, "Do you think that Sam will die during surgery?" I hope not, because I feel like that would be lame. At the 20-something years she dies during surgery, nah, they got to do better for her. So I hope not. Francis in the chat. How you doing tonight? Jay Blue is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Valerie's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Black Month said, "Hey, Albert, missed you. I agree with you. The other night, I could see Brooke's point of view. I would have punched someone who is sitting." Exactly. And I missed you as well, Black Month. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. I always appreciate you. Um, I'm doing good, Amber. Thank you for asking. Yes, I just got it, Danny. So I'm gonna check it out tonight. I just got the email, so yes, we'll definitely check it out tonight, and I will sub to your channel, Danny. I'm doing good, Francis. I am doing good. I made it. I survived. So, thank you, Blackman. No, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I last night was was definitely something else. Waking up at 3:45 in the morning, but I made it. And Ronnie Ron, I will get to your question in 1 second. J Blue says also I see what they yesterday addressed. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. J Blue, that Finchick. Finch, I think that's the name. Thank you, Tommy. Audra told Jack the truth about Victor. She really think he's going to get her a job. He said no. Yeah, he pretty much is like, yeah, thank you. But the thing is, Tommy, he already knew. He already knew the information that Audra was giving him. So it's like he didn't really give him anything new. And shout out to Tommy again. Thank you for the super chat. Sean says Albert Holly could have saved Sasha from Gladys and that doctor. I guess she was busy with Ethan. Yeah, she was busy sitting there running schemes and cons. And what's good, Sean? Ron says, Albert, were you laughing when Stephanie was like, talk about the elephant in the room? No, I wasn't laughing, but I, Ron, I do think that Stephanie is doing way too much. Way too much. She is just being extra. LaShawn says Holly was in a relationship with Luke Spencer. Robert Scorpio was married to her now. Married to her now. I know who Sasha's what father is. Finn, right? Who is Sasha's father, by the way? Francis says never any part history to indicate Sasha was Holly's daughter. Do you think Robert's the father? I That's a really good question because it's not. It's not Finn. It's not Who was the other guy before Finn? The other the other actor. The other guy that Finn played. Anthony, the number one YouTuber. How are you doing tonight? Tanja, how are you doing tonight? Okay, so let's sit there and start off with this now. Get my Okay. Let's be honest. I'm gonna straight. I'm not gonna drink straight from the bottle. What's good, Kevin? Um, I'm not gonna do that, even though it's not really that much in there. Now I know who Sasha is, who Sasha what is. Janet said, I think Scorpio is Sasha's dad. That's not good. That's not good, Janet. Because if Janet, if you're sitting there saying that Robert or Mac is Scorpio's dad, then that means that Sasha was making out with her cousin or brother. See, exactly, exactly, Valerie. Exactly. Yeah, but Sean Airy kissed. That's just nasty at that point. Kristen says, I did not expect Holly to be Sasha's mother, but I'm glad to finally have some confirmation. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Ron, I'm going to read your comment and then I'm going to sit there and say, and what's good, Kristen? Then I'm going to sit there and say my announcement, which is my usual announcement. Listen to the music first. Okay, Ryan says, I do feel bad for Felicity and M and Aaron with what Mark and Abby are doing to their siblings. No, and I don't think that they're actually doing anything. I don't think that they're doing anything to their siblings except for trying to get their mother back. So I don't know what you're talking about, Ron. Like I'm perplexed. Okay, where's my music at? Okay, I hate this song. Just give me one decent fucking song. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay, not this one. Francis says, Francis says, Albert, why did Steve ask Dr. Green to run another DNA test? But today, Kayla, he couldn't be trusted. The thing is, Francis, why is this? Francis says, why did Steve ask Dr. Green to run another DNA test, but today told Kayla he couldn't be trusted? Because today, it's because when Mark ran the test, he gave him false DNA evidence. What's good, Eagle Fang? And I will get to your question in 1 second. He gave him false DNA, and basically, when Mark ran the test, it came across as Kayla was Steve's mom. So Kayla ran another test because she already had old DNA evidence. What's good, Alicia? Damn, it's good to see you again. Um, so pretty much, yeah, Kayla ran another test, and she didn't have to violate her confidentiality because she already had old DNA tests. So that's why. I hope that made sense. Steve caught what you call it in a lie. Steve caught Mark in a lie when he gave him fake DNA tests and said that it was Holly. Yeah, yeah, of course, Francis. Listen, I would love to sit there and start doing Days of Our Lives reviews again. Um, but I hope that answers your question. And what's good, Eagle Fang? I'm doing good, Kristen. I survived today, so I'm very happy about that. How are you doing tonight, Kristen? Eagle Fang says, what's good, Albert? I don't know if you heard, but Trina's old pops, he is done with Jay's. Sad to see his last part was him getting drunk. And yeah, I know. I knew I had, thank you, Eagle Fang. I knew I had to sit there and kind of do a video about that, talking about that a little bit. So thank you for reminding me, Eagle Fang. And yeah, Lisa, damn, I've missed you. I miss seeing you in my chat. Yeah, yeah, and I agree. And that's another thing. Yeah, Jay Blue. I'm like, is this a rewrite or something? Oh, I don't know if I actually said this, but I'll sit there and say this again. There is 36 people in this chat. There is only one of me. So if I do miss anything, just I'll get to your question at some point. Exactly. Alicia, he gave the doctor false DNA. Sean said maybe Sasha lied about her mom dying. Maybe that's the case too. Yes. Ron says Albert Lady from So Corner said that the actor playing Taggart is going to be on the gates. Oh, that should be interesting. What's good, Deluxe? Yeah, Alicia, it's good to see you again. Kevin said, I hope Michael and Sasha get back if Robert is the father. Hmm? Yeah, because, other than, yeah, because they'll definitely be kissing brothers and sisters. Danny says, I was watching Born the Beautiful. Today's episode was really dry. I can't stand the show no more. I get it. Well, we always have options, my friend. We always have options, don't we? Lisa, or somebody always screw in DNA. Yes. See, part of me is like I should have probably did Days of Our Lives because Days of Our Lives is actually pretty interesting. Um, Johnny had an a dream today of his wife of Alex pretty much getting ready to quote unquote blow out his wife's back again. I don't know why, but those dreams are so funny. Those dreams are so funny. I'm just like, yo. Now you're sitting there following her around in town and stuff like that. Like, hey, Felicity, did you see Chanel? Oh wait, she's not at the bakery. And then he followed her to what you call his place, um, to Alex's place. Meanwhile, Ron, I think that Stephanie is overreacting. It's sex. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's good to see you again, Alicia. Kristen says, so are we, Albert? I'm doing okay. I've been nursing my kitten when I drop. Okay. Yeah, well, Kristen, speedy recovery to your cat. Seriously, one of the reasons why I can't have animals. What's good, Sean? One of the reasons why I can't have animals, like, I just, that anxiety would just get to me too much. Francis says Brooke was so annoying, kind of rich. He has done something with Taylor. He hasn't done with her seriously. I mean, let me ask you, Francis. Let me ask you, Francis. If you're, if you were dating somebody, and let's get deluxe. If you were dating somebody and they decide to do some sort of yoga position or whatever it is, you telling me that you wouldn't be a little bit triggered though? Like the thing that annoyed me about Brooke Francis was that she was like, "You should have told me. You should have told me um about Taylor. You should have told me about Taylor's condition. That was out of pocket." But I mean, let's be honest, Francis. That's kind of some out of pocketness. Like I don't. Nobody will be happy if their ex came in town and they were doing some sort of whatever. You may not say it like that. Yeah, exactly. Like trust me, Francis. I was good, Lashanta. Trust me, I get the being a hypocrite, but yeah, Danny, Days of Our Lives is good. Days of Our Lives is good, Danny. I'm. I actually enjoyed today. Well, I did talk about the Young and the Restless. I did talk about the Young and the Restless today. Um, Audra really came at Jack like, "Hey, listen, I violated my confidentiality clause." I was like, "And nobody told you to do that, Audra. You chose to sit there and get Victor's wrath, and to get what?" Francis says, "How about you? You are always so rational." I try to be, Francis. The thing is, I've had experiences like that somewhat. So I get it, but I try not to. Here's the thing, Francis. I try not to let my experiences blind me from trying to see things objectively. What's good, Shakira? Alicia, please do more days. Yes, I'm definitely going to do some more days, Alicia. Thank you. I enjoy doing them, so I appreciate you saying that. But no, Francis, I just try not to let my experiences in life blind me in certain situations on these shows. Francis, I mean, Autumn, Lynn was inappropriate for kissing Hope after she told him she doesn't want to go back down that road. He thought he was slick making that slideshow for Hope for the future. Yeah, it was an out of pocket thing, Autumn. I'm not gonna lie, it was out of pocket. I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And also, thank you, Shakira, for that clip. I'm gonna look up that actor too. You know, Lashanta, I am too. Thank you, Lashanta. I'm gonna talk about that shit too. You know, Sean, we are all. I have my theories, and at this point, we're all playing the guessing game now. Ron says, "I understand that Mark has to save his mom. Why don't he tell Kayla what's up?" First of all, if he, you know that Clyde has ears everywhere. I don't think this is something he could just sit there and tell Kayla about, um, and just thinking that like it's not going to get back to Clyde. That's the thing. I don't think it's as easy as just telling Kayla what's up because Clyde has eyes and ears everywhere, and he can't risk that. You gotta think about the bigger picture, Ron. Secure Days was actually good today. Let's everyone say what's up, Nathaniel Gray. That's actually funny. I was watching an interview, and I thought about you, Nathaniel. Thank you, Nathaniel. I had to sit there and dig this back up. Sean says, I was Cyrus kills Sam and nobody finds out about it. It's a wild theory, but okay. How is life? How is life, Nathaniel? I remember you saying something about a lotion or a skin product that you was going to be doing or you was thinking about doing. Ron Ron says Nathaniel Gray has a cardboard cutout of Cynthia Watros. Oh, okay. It's oddly very Pacific, Ron. That is oddly very Pacific. And we all just sit there and just kind of just enjoy reading this shit for a hot minute. Jakaris, how's it going? I'm doing good. How are you doing, Jakaris? It's good to see you. What's going on with the YouTube spare? Where's those days reviews at? Dan says life is good. Working on my werewolf show. It's a skincare line of acids. Okay. Well, when you can, let us know. Let us know. Seriously. I've been on the break. Okay. Well, I look forward to when you return. That's true, LaShawn. Um, she is. Dan says I have a cardboard cutout of who I've been working. I've been wondering who this cardboard cutout lady is in my room. Nina. You know Nina from General Hospital? Yeah, that's Nina from General Hospital. And I think that comments for you. Yeah, I get you, cars. Some people just have sensitive skin and they can't handle certain products. And that comments for you, Nathaniel. Eagle says, "Why is Drew pathetic? What did Drew do this time?" Sean says, "But do you know how Danny Bear is doing?" I don't, but I'm gonna ask her this week though, and I'll let you know. I will definitely let you know. What's good? Cherry ice cream. Okay, I missed GH. Well, watch my review. Oh, you haven't been watching any? Oh, wow, you really been taking a break, Jakaris. Should watch CBS shows first or Days. I was going to say watch Days first. I'll say watch Days first. I enjoy Days. Sean says, "Do you think Jason will react when Sam dies, or is he busy?" Oh, he's gonna react. He's definitely gonna react. Sean, they got kids together, so he's gonna react. That is very true, Jakaris. No, I totally understand that. Ron, she actually still has a channel. What are you talking about? You know, Ron, if you type up Danny Bear 87, her channel still comes up. So I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm gonna sit there and take that as another one of your, you talking out of your ass. But oh yes, at the end of the day, let's sit there and blame Drew. Oh my God, let's blame Drew. Uh, Not really, Shakira. You know, Willow got to a point where she can't even be bothered to sit there and give Drew some car keys in his hand. I'm like, sis, if you have that much of an issue with Drew, just just leave. Just move out. I'm doing good, Tommy. I'm doing well. Actually, I had a good day today. She's always, she's always sitting there whining and complaining, but yet she still sits there and lives in the house. Exactly, Sean. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but probably they definitely are Jakaras. They're setting them up for a big fight in the next couple of days, Jakaras. They are setting those two up in a big fight for the next couple of days because Johnny is getting really jealous, very paranoid, and Tommy, I don't know if that says jail or hell, but he probably needs to go to both. But yeah, Jakaras, they're setting up for a big fight. You know, he saw Alex kissing someone, and because that doctor said something, he assumes that it was Chanel. But he never saw Chanel. Johnny needs to leave Johnny. Yeah, Johnny keeps having all these dreams of both of those two hooking up. I'm like, Johnny, I mean, I mean, I know that you are worried about Chanel, but you keep also dreaming about what you call it. Yeah, they're setting up for a big blowout, Jakaris. That's why, in a lot of ways, I'm enjoying this body and soul stuff because I personally do think that Johnny and Chanel are boring. They may look good together, but they're boring. So at least it'll give them something different. I can appreciate that. Adam don't want to hurt Jack. He don't. And Tommy, Jill ain't shit. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, Jill ain't shit. Okay, she dismissed Billy's concerns. Yeah, Jakaris, you're not gonna be happy with days so far. I'm like I said, I'm enjoying the body and soul stuff, but you're not gonna be happy with it though. But Jill ain't shit though. Exactly, Tommy. You gotta sit there and dismiss your son, belittle your son. Billy's like, yo, listen, it was Lily that tried to get me fired. Oh, you're just overreacting. And then Breton sit there and fire Billy. If I was Billy, I would be like, you know what? I quit. Do what you want with the company at this point. I'm trying to sit there and leave a legacy for you, and this is how you're gonna treat me? Nah. You know, that's gonna be her standalone. That's gonna be a standalone episode. DC, it's actually really funny. I thought about you specifically when I made this thumbnail. I thought about DC specifically when I made this thumbnail. Specifically. Specifically. I literally sat there was like, what kind of title and thumbnail could I put up? Then I thought about DC Sub Sanctuary. Ron said that doesn't make any sense if Johnny thinks Chanel's cheating. Why stay quit and not say anything? Because he's an idiot. Oh wow. So Ron is just running my damn love life now. I can't wait for the Johnny and Alex smoke. Yep, me too, Alicia. Me too. Seriously, it's good to see you though. I missed you. It wouldn't have mattered, Tommy. She wouldn't have believed him. She wouldn't have believed him. Lashata said Claire overstepping. How did Claire overstep? DC says so it wasn't enough. You got one like left cancer, but you made that thumbnail to spite me. Well, DC, you always sit there saying I act like Victor Newman at times. So, yeah. Speaking of that, we're gonna have a very interesting conversation this weekend in the member stream. Okay, we're gonna have a very interesting conversation in the member circle. I'm also gonna be having a video that I'm gonna put out for members first, starting on Friday after the stream into Monday. So y'all gonna sit there and see it first before everyone else sees it. No, 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 no. Shit. In DC, did you? I'm gonna head out before I get spoiled any further. Albert Victor Newman Bostic. Okay, DC, you have a good night, my friend. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have a new one. What is this? Pink Moscato. LaShawn, this is Albert. What you think about Sharon? Sharon is crazy and methodical at the same time. And she's pissing me off though too. Because she's out there living her best life while Lucy's up there crying in tears every single time. So Sharon is pissing me off. Eagle Fang says, "Oh, Eagle Fang, I think I may owe you an apology. I think Eagle Fang, did you take that drink from Eagle Fang? Yeah, Francis, they ran out of my usual one, so I had to pick this one. I hope it's good. But Eagle Fang, I may actually have to apologize to you. I think you might have been right because I think you might have been right as far as like yeah, what Chase did, not waiting to actually have Christina have a lawyer might have been kind of sus, but it's not only not illegal, but I think it's possible that he can use the evidence that whatever Christina gave her against her in court. So I think I'm actually have to owe you an apology, Eagle Fang. No, no, Eagle Fang, listen, if I'm wrong about something, I'll sit there and say, hey, listen, I was I was kind of wrong, so I was going a little kind of hard on you, so I always appreciate you being here. Always appreciate you, you fan. I'm having I'm having a little bit of this. Also, I'm trying not to get too faded tonight. Not Eagle fan. I thought about that over the week, and I was like, "Oh shit, I may actually be wrong about that." I was like, "I may actually be kind of wrong about that." Boy, Eagle fan might actually been kind of right. Oh, and Kristen said, "Far be it from me to guess what's going on in Tracy's mind." I remember when she stood over Edward when he was, you know, Sasha was out of pocket today, and I see where Tracy was coming from. Sasha got a little bit too comfortable, and kind of forgot her fate, kind of forgot her place. Sean says, "I bet Finn hasn't been on in weeks." Yeah, he's not gonna be on in weeks. So Sean, I wonder how they're gonna handle the Violet story. How they're gonna handle the Violet story? That's the question, Sean. Thank you, Francis. 43 people in the chat. 38. So I'm gonna hit the like button too. Yeah, Jay Blue, but you can see how the lines can get blurred with that though. So like I get where Tracy was coming from. Kristen says she was I don't know that I could work for an ex boyfriend and be around him all the time. Yeah. Yeah. It's a line that had to be that's blurred and she definitely blurred it. Yeah. Okay, Francis. Okay. DK says disagree. But Michael and Sasha have been friends long before she went to work for the Quartermains. But what are you disagreeing on now? Tracy is the only one who sees Sasha as the help. Yeah, but the thing is though, like I see where Tracy's coming from though. Regardless of the reasons why, it's a very it's not a good look to be sitting there asking your ex boyfriend for money in that house, you know? Like that's just something that you know what I'm saying, like you don't do. So I see what Tracy, but I get it, DK now. I'll just hold it up. Kind of seems like a lot of work. Okay, cool. So 22 people, 22 likes, and 38 people in the chat. So we're going up there. I mean, it was Francis. Olivia, no Michael, no Willow see her as the help. Sasha was having a private conversation with a friend, asking for help. Tracy needs to mind her business. Okay. All right, DK. All right. It was also messed up Tracy running Cody's family picnic. Yes. Well, Tracy needs to hang out and okay. All right, well, I disagree with that, but it didn't matter if they're friends or not. That's being friends is one thing, but at the end of the day, she still works for the family. Okay, and there's boundaries and lines that was definitely crossed, in my humble opinion. We said who is squeaky clean humans are walking conflicts, and don't forget Dante has been watching Anna's hypocrisies. Oh, and we have another person. We have another new person. Laura Smith should now hire Felicity to work at the bakery before the miscarriage. I thought. I think so. Yeah, I think you're right, Laura. And let's everyone say what's up to Laura. Let's everyone say what's up to Laura Smith. Man, I really do miss doing reviews on days. She was asking for help for her family, though. She was asking from her friend Michael, who has his own money. Tracy said she can't fire her. We'll see about that. No, J Bloom. They had to do another second. They had to do another round of tests. So she didn't want Dante to know right off the bat because even though that she was a match, they wanted to sit there and test if Sam was able to donate without it being a huge risk to her. That's why she didn't say anything at first. But once they confirmed the second test, that she could actually donate, that's when she said something. She didn't want to get Dante's hopes up, like Lucky did, in a sense, if that makes sense. Yeah. Lisa said she now has been acting more in Johnny's head than on set. Yeah, especially since she threw out her back, even though she thinks that she threw out her back when Alex was going too rough. Laura says, everyone, first comment, but I've been lurking and listening for a few weeks. Okay. Well, I appreciate you listening. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, man. Tracy, and yeah, it's good to have you here. We got Laura Smith been here for a while, still a newcomer. We got Alicia that's actually back. Appreciate you. Gorgeous Queen Cat Lady. Hold on. Cat Lady says I hit the dislike button because you have more Kool Aid and it's not sad enough about Sam Lee. I love this woman. Let's everyone say what's up to Cat Lady. Cat Lady, Cat Lady, Cat Lady. You know, I am too. Eagle Fang. I'm not gonna lie, Eagle Fang. I know it sounds really bad. There's a point where Fiona is about to push Sarah down the stairs. And I don't know why, but I started laughing my ass off. I'm like, Sarah, why would you sit there and let this woman know that you know that she was the hit and run driver? Like, what? I know, it's so bad. That's so bad. Catley says, I know Albert is happy about Sasha and Cody being kissing cousins. Wow. Catley Smith, you're talking about some sort of kink that I didn't even know I had. That's new. I know. I know. It's so it's so bad, Eagle Fang. It's so bad, but that's really how I felt though. Look at that. Catley Smith, the exploring kinks. I didn't know. I don't actually have that kink. I want to make that shit very clear. Where people sit there and Lisa said, nice, thank you, Eagle Fang. This time I'm actually gonna sit there and try to watch it within a week. Alicia, I threw on my back a few times. In a fun way, you threw out your back, Alicia? Like in a fun way, or just like in a, you know, typical mundane sort of fashion? You don't have to sit there and say what it is. Just sit there and say, was it a fun way that you threw out your back? Because, some people can be kind of rough. Okay. I'm one of those people that is very rough, I'll sit there and say. Kevin said, who's raising Danny? The Quartermains. I'm enjoying it, Francis. I didn't see yesterday's episode. I'm gonna watch it tonight, but I'm enjoying it so far, though. It's good, Francis. It's just kind of sad, Francis. This is the last one, It's the last season. It's like it's bittersweet. Eagle Fang says what happened to that brick girl Liam was hooking up with. Yeah, they got rid of her. Not a fan of I rock with you, Kevin. Rock with you. Ron says I'll when Chanel is done with Johnny, she and Stephanie can play sister wives being with Ron is always about the um you know having his cake and eating it too. Francis says agrees good, makes no sense that it's ending. Well, Francis, it does because the network is cheap. And Superman is expensive, but it's worth it. Not happy with it, Francis. I'm not happy with it. That's all I'll say. I'm not happy with it at all. It's like the last of an era, Francis. Literally the last show on the CW that I like. LaShawn says Kristen is too evil. Kristen DeMera? Jay Blue says, so will Violet no longer be on GH? I'm assuming so. I'm assuming so, Jay Blue, because I mean, what reason would they have to sit there and keep on Violet? Alicia, this is something else. And Fiona said this. Why didn't she just not leave town? When she had Sarah, she could have left town. Francis says, I wish another channel picked them up, maybe Disney Plus. I doubt it. It's a DC show. I don't think they would sit there and pick. I would sit there and say HBO Max, but it has a better chance of going to HBO Max, and I don't think that's going to happen in Disney Plus. Which reminds me, I still have to watch something else tonight. Absolutely, Sean. Absolutely, I'm going to see Venom when it comes out. Hell effing yes, Sean. Yeah, Chris, it just doesn't make any sense for Violet to stay. Francis said Fiona wanted Xander's money. Maybe, maybe that's why she stayed. Kristen says, "Oh, do you think Michael will turn the other cheek when he finds out about Willow and Drew?" No, no, Kristen, I don't think that he's going to turn the other cheek. I mean, if it's just a kiss, he's going to be pissed for a while. If they do something more, which I'm hoping that they're going to do something more. Because if it's just a kiss, then yeah, there's a good chance. Elisa said, long, didn't take long for Stephanie to get over Everett. Yeah, Yeah. Kristen said, "Do you think he will go dark? I hope they do more just when." Yeah, I hope they do too, Kristen. I mean, I get that ego thing. It's just like I see, like if they actually had Love in the Afternoon more as a reason to go scorch earth. That's not to say that you can't be mad and stuff like that, but Ron says, "Why are you so certain? Why are you so centered wanting Aaron and Felicia to spare Mark Green? I understand that his mother's being kidnapped, and also he is about to lose his medical license and possibly jail time. I don't think that that matters, Ron. I don't think that losing your medical license matters as much as saving your mother's life, Ron. I don't think. Yeah, Cat Lady says Ned is such a punk. He should have went to Drew himself and blackmailed him up. Doesn't mean you still can't do it, Cat Lady. Francis says I was so dirt. Said Drake Hogan's funeral on days. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense, Francis. They shoot like 6 months in advance, so yeah, that makes sense. That's about right. Tanja says I think Sasha and Cody are Holly's twins. Hmm. And then it goes back to them kissing cousins then. That's gonna be weird, Tanja. Well, I mean, apparently they had a lot of make out scenes, so that's those are still ingrained. Oh, absolutely. Eagle Fang, I am so glad that Brad is going after Portia. Like seriously, I'm enjoying that shit. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of what you call it either. Tracy Steves, happy Wednesday. And that's why, Tandra, because I wanted that myself. I literally sat there, was like, why are you ordering? I literally wrote down my notes. I was like, why are you ordering another drink for? Exactly. Eagle Fang, she sat there and she bullied him. And then she did that whole stupidness with the whole hug. When Brad hugged Cody, she was all like, "Oh, that's unprofessional. You don't sit there and be hugging people." I was like, "You make out with your husband almost every single time." What's good, Justin? That's what people are wondering tonight, Justin. I agree with that, Lashanta. He was on yeah. Kelly says, "Why did Brad skip out the hospital like that when he asked her you want to?" Yeah, listen, that was a great scene, God lady. That was a great scene. Probably way before I started watching the show. I'll tell you that much, Kristen. Felicia, how you doing? It has been a while. And your name is Felicia, right? I think that's what you told me your name was Felicia. Because I couldn't pronounce your name, like my life depended on it. And what is Ava gonna do? What is Ava gonna do to Brad? No, Portia better sit there and play along. Ron says, I'm still annoyed with fake Abby turning around and Holly listening in the background. I was hoping she listened to the conversation. Oh, apparently she didn't. So, see, I'm glad. I'm glad I still remember your name, Felicia. Good to see you again. Damn, it's been a minute. Yeah, I couldn't pronounce your name like there was no tomorrow. So when you told me your actual name, I was like, all right, let me make sure that I keep that shit. Kelly says you trying to play my Ava, not Albert. Um, I thought it was. Are you trying to impersonate Kyrie's? Like you trying to impersonate Kyrie's? Because there's only one Kyrie's cat lady. You know, this is actually pretty good. Cat lady, this drink is actually pretty good. D King says ABC streams GH a week behind if I don't catch live. Yeah, it's supposed to come on at 8, but sometimes it doesn't come on until 9, and that's kind of annoying. Kelly says, "Sir, my cat name is Ava Jerome." Oh, okay. Excuse me. Okay. Cat lady's being sassy tonight. I love it. Okay. What's good, Jonathan? Alicia said, "Why would the hospital hire Brad back in a lab? No less. I wouldn't hire him to be a janitor." What's good, Big Nate? They were decent. Yes, Felicia. That's what we were sitting there thinking about today. We were talking. We was like, "Yo, who is what you call his dad?" I know that's the big question. That's the big question, Jonathan. Now, Felicia says, "I think Robert." So if Robert is her dad, then that would mean that Cody and Sasha are cousins. That means they've been kissing cousins the entire time. How fucking crazy is that? This is either Luke, Robert, Mac, or that other guy. I forgot his name. And Ronnie Ron, that comment's for you. Johnson says it was mentioned that Sasha's mom died years ago and her name was Amanda. Yep. Kristen says, "Albert, this isn't B&B. I really don't think they're going that way with Sasha and Cody." Oh, what are you doing B&B, Kristen? Ron says, why do you say that if anything happens to Rachel, EJ is going to take action as far as I know he doesn't like his sibling? No, but he loves Rachel. So, yes. Johnson says someone mentioned that Sitwell could be Sasha's father. Oh, weird. Yep, Felicia, the kissing cousins. I heard about that. Johnson, I think most people are hoping that they're not kissing cousins. I mean that they're not. Yeah, I've not looked at my damn notes for 1 minute. Johnson says, but Luke could be Sasha's father, Ethan already her brother. Then that would make them kissing cousins now, would that? Go out the dog's not allowed. LaShanta says, Albert, did you hear that he wanted control the next generation of votes? Yes, I did. And Drew don't want him in the company anymore. What's good, Island? Sean says, what do you think of the DC? I miss Zack Snyder. I don't know what James Gunn is going to do, but his track record is very iffy at best. So I don't know if the DCEU is in good hands so far. I like the Zack Snyder stuff, but I didn't see Joker. I have no interest in seeing Joker. So I like the cartoon stuff a little bit more better. I'll say that much, Sean. I like the cartoon stuff a little more better. Eagle Fang says Cyrus really is beyond boring at this point. Already missed the Ruthless. Most people do. I actually kind of, Eagle Fang, I actually kind of forgot about that version. What do you think? I think he's trying to cover his ass. For instance, since the pilot died because he ordered them to go try to get Anna and Jason back. So he's covering his ass. I think that's what he's really doing, for instance. I think he's covering his ass. That pilot didn't need to die if he didn't sit there and order those drone strikes and really try to help what you call it out. So that's what I think he's doing. Island says, I've been busy with school. Sasha's as Holly's daughter is a strange twist. Yeah, we've been sitting there we've been sitting there talking about that all day, Island. People sitting there saying that it could be Robert, it could be Mac, um, which would mean, Island, that Cody and Sasha are kissing cousins. Francis says Jake reviews said it wasn't. Oh, Joker reviews said it was the worst movie ever made. I wasn't a fan of the first one, Francis. I was not a fan of the first one. So I've heard the same thing now, Francis. I have no desire to. I'll see it when it comes on demand, but I am not going to sit there and pay money to see it in the theaters. Kristen, what? No, Kristen. The question is, what if what if Isaiah tampered with the ventilator? What if Isaiah was the last person in that room? Laura says, how long do you think we'll have to deal with the body and soul? I know they're bringing joy. Do you think it will get better or do you like it? I'm enjoying it, but I feel like I'm in the island by myself, Laura. I'm enjoying it. But I know why a lot of people aren't liking it though. Jay Blue says, "What is why is true problem with Ned?" I've been wondering that myself. At least with Ned, we now know why Ned has a problem with Drew, but I don't really get why Drew has a problem with Ned. And if there's a legitimate problem, I don't remember it. Jealous of what, Kristen? I mean, seriously, what do we actually have to even be jealous of? Francis, it makes sense. Lucky and him are friends, so for him to sit there and sit by his sister's bedside would make sense. Yeah, it would make sense. Island says, I hated the first Joker movie. It was total overrated. The writing was poor. If Christopher Nolan had a hand in this movie, then I would have given it a chance. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the first one, Island. Um, I just felt that movie just be kind of boring and depressing a little bit. Like when I think of Joker, I think of Batman the animated series Joker. He was funny and everything like that. Um, it just like the movie just didn't seem like it was fun to watch. It seemed like it was just really depressing. Um, like I said, when I think of Joker, I think of the Batman the animated series Joker. That's true. DK. Black Pink Me, how you doing tonight? Sean says Return of the Joker. Now you know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about, Sean? Yes. That's why I said like watching that first Joker movie is like at least I don't like the body and soul story. Yeah, most people don't. Alicia, I'm in the island by myself when it comes towards the body and soul stuff, so I get it. I get it. Trust me. Hey, Sean, that's why I rock with you. Alicia, if it is Mac, wouldn't they be siblings? I thought he was Cody's father. Yeah, they would be. They'd be kissing siblings instead of kissing cousins. Jonathan says he's not a fan of it because of too many cringy moments. I get you. I got you. Yep, that's right, Alicia. And the same thing what Lashanta said. Drew didn't have a problem with Ned until he begged them to vote against Valentine, and when they wouldn't make him CEO, he went with Valentine. Yes. Violence and my brother and I slapped halfway through the first movie. It was terrible. The cartoon Joker. Yep. I wasn't a huge fan of Heath Ledger, but to be fair, I wasn't a huge fan of Kristen Bell as Batman, but I get it. I mean, they weren't bad. Heath Ledger wasn't bad. It was a different Joker, so, but it was Heath Ledger Joker was still better than Joaquin Phoenix Joker by a thousand miles. Much better. Kevin says no more Thomas not coming back. Where'd you hear that from, Kevin? Where'd you hear that from? Kristen Ramirez, everybody. I can hardly wait for Willow and Drew to run off into the sunset and Michael and Sasha to reunite. Let's everyone say what's up to Chris. Krista. There's Krista, and then there's Kristen. Have a good night, Francis. It was really great to see you, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's live stream. What do you think of Joker on the Gotham series? You mean the one where they called him Jerome? Is that the Joker you're talking about? The one where they called him Jerome, but then he wound up having a twin? I just want to make sure we're talking about the same Gotham series Joker. Because if it was, I did like his Joker. I really liked his Joker. Kind of sucked that they couldn't even call him the Joker. I love DC, but some of the shit that they do sometimes. But yes, I did love that Joker. Ah, Jeremy, damn, Jonathan. Have a good night, Alicia. It was really great to see you, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for coming through tonight. All right, you have a good night, Jay Blue. Good to see you. But yes, Jonathan, that was a good show. Surprisingly, it was a good show. See, that's the question, though. I was surprised, Jonathan. I was. It was one of those shows where it's like I was happy, I was surprised. You ever just saw a show or an idea for something, you're just like, this is going to be terrible, and it actually turns out it's really good. Like Henry Cavill and Tyler. How do you pronounce his name? Have a good night, Kristen. Really great to see you. Yeah, I thought that. I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan. I thought that early Batman suit looked stupid as shit. But they did do a really good job as the Ra's al Ghul and Talia. Jay Blue says one more thing though. That reaction yesterday when he didn't get the answer he wanted. He really, yes, yes. See, I kind of wish I would have streamed yesterday, but like I knew I couldn't. Oh, Heckling, he was actually a really good Superman. Jonathan. I did not see that shit coming. Then he was such a good Superman that I was kind of like when he was on Supergirl. I was like, I don't know if he should actually be there. I love Melissa Benoist as Supergirl, but I was like, I didn't want him to steal the show from her in a sense. Hecklin. Always had trouble pronouncing his name. Thank you, Jonathan. He did. He did act like a goddamn child. Always, they didn't even say no. They were just like, "Yo, let's just sit there and just take a beat. Just the stuff didn't go through yet. How about we just sit there and take a?" No, Jonathan, I'm gonna watch it tonight. I didn't get a chance to watch it yesterday. I'm gonna watch it tonight though. It's on my DVR, so I'm watching that shit. Yes, sir. I am watching that tonight. Jay Blue says I love Christian Bale as Batman. He's one of my favorite actors. Heath Ledger, Batman, freaked me out. I haven't seen that movie since I saw. Oh, at the movies. I remember seeing that in the movie too. D King says, I remember, yeah, Jonathan, I stayed up um last week when it came on. So, Jonathan, what do you think of their Lex Luthor on the show? What do you think of their Lex Luthor on Superman and Lois? D. King says, I remember Sasha saying she was raised by her grandmother. It was how Valentine convinced her to pretend to be Nina's daughter. She needed the money for her grandmother. Yes. Now Holly is her mom. Okay, sure, that makes sense. Island. Yes, Jonathan. Here's my thing about Supergirl's Lex Luthor. He was good when he first came in. I just felt like he overstayed his welcome. I really felt like John Cryer was a really good Superman. I mean, Lex Luthor in a sense, but he overstayed his welcome, and then he started to become kind of cringy towards the end. And it was like, all right, bro, you're doing too much. Like you're mainly Superman's enemy. You're not Supergirl's enemy. But since they didn't want to use Lena Luthor as the villain, we had to be stuck with that. That's just my. There you go, Jonathan. You know it. Says my favorite DC movies are the Justice League Snyder cut. Man, still Wonder Woman. Batman Begins, Dark Knight, Aquaman wasn't bad. Yeah, I agree with you mostly about that one. Yeah, I did like Aquaman now, but yes, yeah, I agree. Yeah, and that's the thing, though, Jonathan. I felt like he overstayed his welcome at the law. He was great when he first came in. He was he was better than I thought he was gonna be. I give him a lot of credit because I didn't see that coming. But after a while, I was like, all right, bro, you're still here. Like do you know, Jonathan? It's like you have that one person that's still at a party when it's over, and you're just like, all right, we're about to sit there and wrap stuff up, and we're about to get ready to go to sleep, and this person's still there. Sean said the best actor who played Batman was Michael Keaton, hands down. You know, I still like Ben Affleck. Listen, that was another person I didn't think that was going to be a good Batman was Ben Affleck. Yes, that was good. Jonathan, Michael Rosenbaum was actually supposed to come back, but they didn't give him enough money, and they didn't seem like they knew what to do with him. But he was supposed to actually come on that Crisis on Infinite Earths. Hmm. Alan, people sit there and say that oh, George Clooney was a good Bruce Wayne. Not a good Batman, but a good Bruce Wayne. LaShanta says our tag is going to Beyond the Gates. I know, yeah, people been sitting there saying all night. I'm wondering when they're getting this info from. Might have to look that up too, LaShanta. I don't listen. G's did not know what the hell to do with him. Okay, they really did mess up his last couple of scenes. I mean, how does he go out like that? He goes out being a drunk, never seeing his daughter again. I mean, it's almost like they literally sat there and just gave him the middle finger, the act of the middle finger. Justin says, "Can Tracy shut up?" Tracy had a point. I thought, respectfully, I disagree. I think that Tracy had a valid point about Sasha getting a little bit too comfortable. Johnson said that scene would have been even more interesting. Yes, But honestly, tell you the truth, Jonathan, for what they was able to do, Jonathan, did you hear about the actor who plays Dick Grayson on uh, he pretty much was sitting there saying that he didn't want to do the crossover. Like he didn't want Titans to do a crossover with the Arrowverse. And he gave some sort of BS reason why. Titans, yeah. And he gave some sort of BS reasons why. But oh, Soap Corner, thank you, LaShonda. But that was not the real reason why. Like he gave some sort of pure reason, like, oh, I just think that our stuff is unique, and they're unique, and I just find it really. What he really wants to then say was like that our verse is dog shit, and I don't want our property to be associated with that. Justin says, I disagree, but who does she think she is? She is Sasha's employer. Or she think that she is Sasha's employer. And she finds it out of pocket that Sasha's sitting there running around asking the family members for money. Duran, what is Holly's connection to Sasha? Mother and daughter. Sean says, no, Ben Affleck was terrible, too bulky, didn't look right in the suit. I see what you're saying, Shauna. I respectfully agree to disagree, but I don't know. I forgot the comic book, but I think it's live. I don't know. I can say what you're talking about, but I mean, yes, Jonathan. But at the end of the day, it's like you. We all know that Tracy is kind of running that house for the most part. Lashonda says she's not an employee. Olivia hired her. Who do you think runs that house more, Lashonda? Olivia or Tracy? And I'll give you a second to really think about that. D. King said Tracy is not Sasha's employee. She didn't hire her and she doesn't own the home Sasha works in. Okay, well, let's just put it this way, D. King. If she wanted Sasha fired, there's a good chance that Sasha will be fired. And I don't think Sasha wants to sit there and take that chance. So, ultimately, you can still look at that as being somewhat of an out of pocket thing to do. Going around asking her family members for money and stuff. Yeah, I understand it was a private conversation, but like, there are boundaries, you know? There are boundaries for a reason between employer or you being an employee. And Sean says, about how did the GH did tag your character writing these up? Yeah, I am. It is pretty sad, Sean, that the last scene that we saw Taggart in, he was I think she runs a little bit more than her mouth, Lashanta. I think she can wind up running Sasha out that damn house. Um Johnson says, I guess if that's what Taggart I guess if that one Taggart bag that had to set up for the Dollar Tree Taggart, yep. Yeah, Sean, it's a middle finger. His last scene is him practically drinking and never to be seen again. I see what y'all talking about. I see what y'all talking about. I'm gonna stand on business with that. I'm gonna stand on business, but I respect y'all. I respect y'all opinion. Exactly, Duan. Because he kept sitting there saying these different interviews that like, who's also been doing a lot of talks and stuff. Ken Schreiner or Scotty Baldwin. Sean, they not doing nothing with her. Sean, if You had to pick another soap opera that Trina should be on. What soap opera out of the three soap operas would you put Trina on? Or Tabiana? What soap opera would you put her on? He asked. She actually has worked for them. You know, Lashanta, what makes you think that Olivia wouldn't have the same problem that Tracy's having? What makes you think that Olivia would sit there and be like, oh, okay, you know, I understand where you're coming from, and it's okay for you to sit there and hit up the family for money and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's a good chance. And honestly, tell you the truth, like right now, Lashanta, Olivia don't have the time for that. Olivia does not have the time to sit there and deal with what Sasha is dealing with because she's already dealing with her son, what her son's dealing with. So there's going to be a no go for a workaround with Olivia. D King says, why do you keep saying she was asking the family? She was asking Michael. But Michael is the family, though. Johnson says G's better have a good explanation for Holly being Sasha's mother. I think you're asking a little bit too much for GH, but um, I'll be interested to sit there and see what it is, though. That's the thing, though, D King. Like, I mean, that is the family, right? Like Tracy and Michael, you know, they're who all got Sasha's back. Olivia, Monica, and Michael. Enough said. Ooh, is Lashonda getting a little sassy tonight? Enough said. I mean, yeah, Sean. But there was a point where Sam was with Patrick, and Patrick was a placeholder for Jason. So D King said she wasn't asking for one from the family. Michael has his own money. Okay. Like I said, I see where you're coming from, D King, and I'm not just saying that you're necessarily wrong, but you know, yes, Island 31. And I think he like fell off a balcony or something, which is insane. You know, Island, I heard it 40 seconds before I started coming on here, before I actually hit the live button. It came up a couple of times on my timeline, but I looked it up. I looked at the video from Inside Edition, like literally 40 seconds before I actually before I turned on my laptop. Tasha says Michael has Cornway money, but he also has Corinthos money, and he still wouldn't sit there and give Sasha any money for Cody because he don't know Cody like that. He don't rock with Cody like that. I mean, you know. D. King says if one of my mom's caregivers came to me for money because we're friends, she's asking me for money, not my mom's family. There's a difference. Okay. All right, D. King. Okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But you present a very strong argument. I mean, a very strong case, D. King. Are you a lawyer, D. King? I was on the debate team in high school. Maybe it's because I'm a Leo, I'm kind of stubborn, but um, beyond the case, if she wanted to stay. Okay, but Sean, if you had to pick the other three soap operas, what would you pick though? Justin says about how we get the first black female president of the United States. Oof, yeah, we'll see, Justin, we'll see. Don't really talk about politics, but who knows? Ron says, why is Brad Bell taking long to raise Stella? Because nobody wants to go for it. He's afraid of the backlash. Yes, didn't he state that he doesn't care? You got a point. But maybe he's kind of a liar now. Why not? Okay. Why not? All right, sure, that'd be interesting. D King says no, but something similar has happened to me because we hired one of my friends as a caregiver. Okay, okay. I see where you're coming from now. Y&R. Javiana goes to Y&R. Hmm. Well, yeah, definitely not B&B. You know, Sean, I can also see her going to days. She wasn't asking for the kind of money Sasha was, though, because I don't have it like that. Yep, that's right, Jonathan. She tested again. And this time she didn't have to violate her whatever because she already had a sample on standby when she consented to that first test. What the fuck? Ryan said, let's all in the chat room start demonstration or petition for Eric and Felicity. Um, yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna go for that, Ron. No one is gonna go for that. So, yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. Felicity is in high school. Like, okay, bro. Back at it, D King. It's is that exactly, Jonathan? That's exactly, absolutely fucking not. Um, Lashanta said Tracy just nasty for no reason. I'm sick of. She can't help Lulu. She has no manners. I don't think she's being nasty for no reason, Lashanta. I think that people get a little bit too comfortable at their job and they start doing things they shouldn't do instead of. Because that's the thing, Lashanta. Sasha knew she was wrong. She wasn't sitting there sitting on that step like she was about to cry because Tracy decided to be mean to her. Well, D King, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you this much. I would hope that would be the case. Because then I would be so soapy. That would be so effing soapy. D King. I mean, I know some people would have a problem with the age gap, but they're both consenting adults. I mean, people are sitting there flipping out. Oh my God, Jason and Anna. Ew. See, Lashanta, like I said, I wish that was the case because now it'd be soapy. I feel like 90s soapy right there. Or 80s. I don't know. Wasn't watching soap operas in the 80s, but it'd definitely be 90s soaps. Definitely see it being 90s soaps. That'd be fun. T King says Cody is a surrogate Luke. Okay. Lashanta says, I don't like you. Need to know your plays. Exactly. You need to know your plays. What's the problem, Lashanta? I don't understand. Like, where's the wrongness in that sentence? You need to know. You need to know. And she didn't say I didn't like you, but she did sit there and say you need to know your plays. It's about boundaries, Lashanta. It's about boundaries. You will have them. We have them at work. What's good, Duane? If I didn't say hi to you, D King says, "Were you watching Like Live when Darian was dating?" No, no, D King. I watched it 1998 to like 2010. So, DK, no, I watched it when they had I watched it when they had the train wreck. I guess you had that love triangle between Christian, Jessica, and Will Rappaport. That's when I was watching that show. Ron says, Albert, when Mark is put in jail for tampering with DNA evidence, there's no way his siblings going to forgive him. I don't think that's going to wind up happening, Ron. I don't see it happening. Okay, guys, just want to make sure. Just want to make sure I said what's up to you, Duan. D King says Dorian dating Joy was soapy goodness. Oh, okay. Damn, D King, I missed the good stuff. I missed the good stuff. Damn. Yeah, I think about that time. I think at that point I was just watching two soap operas. Um, well, who was Joey related to on the show? D King, who was Joey related to? And Heather Tom was also on One Like to Live, right? She played Blair Kramer's sister or something. She played somebody's sister. I don't know whose sister. I noticed she was on here. Oh, younger son. Oh, okay, thank you, D King. Have a night, cherry ice cream. Always a pleasure to see you. Ron, you just have to sit there and man up and tell the truth. That's all that's gonna have to happen, Ron. You know, just man up and hope for the best. Thank you, Island. I guess Dion just not doing a live stream tonight. Don't mind me. I'm just in my Victor Newman phase. He's like, okay. One other person. Oh, by the way, I saw the interview. Okay, I saw the interview with James and his video with Michelle Stafford. It was interesting. I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed his interview with Michelle Stafford. Johnson says Joey Buchanan was Clint. Oh, and Vicky said, okay, thank you, Jonathan. I don't know where you get. I be Smith saying stuff that I don't remember Smith saying. Lashanta said, look up Alice. Albert, she was the help. She handled. Oh, yes, I remember that, Lashanta. Well, I mean, to be fair, Lashanta, that chick was huge. Okay? Like, yeah, she was called the Dominator. Ron says, what do you mean that there is no drama if a 16-year-old woman, or 6-year-old woman giving birth, meaning Sheila having a baby? I didn't sit there and say there would be no drama. I said that people won't accept it. I don't know where I be sitting there saying this stuff. I don't. Duane says, oh, I started to watch James interview with Shot, but I hate Phyllis Summers. Okay. Um, I mean, Duane. Well, I still think you should watch it though. Like, Michelle Stafford is not Phyllis Summers. The reason why I sit there and say that Duane is because it actually is a good interview. It is actually a good interview. But I will tell you this much though. Oh, my music. I will tell you this much though. So I enjoyed the interview with James and Michelle Stafford, but we we on to chat. We're going to members chat this week. We're going to talk about some stuff. I got some thoughts about that interview or just in general. I like her as Nina. Really? Duane, you are one interesting ass person, Duane. You are one interesting ass person. Sean says FBI and Sheila was bold and beautiful, bold worst storyline, Ron. No, D King, she passed away. She passed away, D King. You liked her as Nina Reeves. Duane, here's my thing though. Why did she leave the Young and the Restless to sit there and play Nina Reeves on General Hospital? Like she was such a prominent figure, and she was so known for Nina Reeves. Have a good night, Sean. It was really great to see you. Have a good night, Sean D. It was great to see you. Um, why would she give that up? Why would she leave Phyllis Summers, a very prominent role, to play an unknown character like Nina Reeves? And let's be honest, Duane. When she was Nina Reeves, she was really Phyllis Summers. She was Phyllis Summers. She wasn't Nina Reeves. Nina wasn't Nina until um I forgot her damn name now. What's an actress? Money. Really, do I? Because that's the thing. You would think that you would make more money on the Young and the Restless being on there as long as she was, as opposed to playing a new character. So I don't know if it was money. Do I? What the hell? What the hell is new Nina's name? Cindy Watchos. Thank you, Eileen. Thank you, Jonathan. Damn, y'all two people on point. I love it. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, Nina was Nina until Cynthia Waters took over. And when Michelle Stafford played Nina, she was playing Phyllis. And when I watched that interview, I literally sat there was like, when Michelle played Nina, she was bonkers. She was Phil Summers. I mean, she was strong as Michelle Stafford, but Cynthia made Nina look weak and not as spooky. Hmm. Yeah, I just um yeah, I get what you're saying, Duan. I just like I said, and the thing is, I didn't know D King says I did like her Nina with Valentine, right? Yeah, a lot of people sit there and say that. But the thing is, I didn't realize that she was playing Phyllis until I started watching Young and the Restless. And that's what I was like, come on, that's Nina with an S. This current Nina is missing her spark. Island, this current Nina, well, I feel like they're making Nina boring now. I think that's my whole thing. They're making Nina boring as that's my thing now. This is the problem that I'm having. Um, I don't know what they're gonna do, but they need to do something. But yes, um, and I'll sit there and say this. Well, I said this so far, but two things for the members. I'm dropping a video on Friday for members first, and then for everyone else after. And Michelle Stafford left GH because she was uncomfortable with the storyline. Yeah, what particular storyline was she uncomfortable with? I'm very curious about that, Duan. Don't keep me in suspense. I'm very curious. So yeah, I have a new video for members that's coming out Friday first for members throughout the weekend, and then for everybody else. Goddess Jazz is in the chat. That's funny. I was thinking about you. Um, and two, I want to talk about that interview, but I want to do it in the members chat. I want to do it in the members chat. And Nathaniel was just here earlier too. Ron says, "Oh, but you forgot your woman Cynthia Waters, and you want to protect her because." um. So remember the first Nina, the actress who played the first Nina? Her name is Michelle Stafford. Well, she did a video. Well, she did an interview with James, and we're gonna talk about that this weekend. One says, well, Sabrina Faith said she was uncomfortable with the cult story with Charlotte. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. I think I remember her a little bit, Jonathan. But yeah, the first actress that played Nina did an interview with James, and I don't want to talk about it on here, so I'll talk about it this weekend. I got some thoughts about the interview. It was good, so I'm not knocking the interview. The interview was actually really interesting, and there is one part in that interview. that I had to rewind a couple of times because I tell you this much, Jess. Michelle Stafford is real, okay? And James asked her a question. That shit was funny as hell. And we're gonna talk about that this weekend. I'm not gonna sit there and say what it is, but we're gonna talk about that this weekend. It relates to some other stuff um, that I'll get more into this weekend. Oh, okay, Ron. That sounds very pornographic. When Daddy comes home, okay. Just said the most ridiculous thing today was making Holly Sasha mom out of nowhere. I'm, just you know what the theories are about that, right? That um Cody and Sasha are related. Oh, D King. So type of JLJ Media and Michelle Stafford. So that's what you gotta do, D King. Type up JLJ Media and Michelle Stafford, and they'll come up. I don't know, Ron. I gotta plan it out. I've been super busy, but when I get time, I'll do it. Just that they literally retcon that shit. Yeah, they're saying Robert is her daddy, and that would mean just that we got some kissing cousins on our hands. Oh, trust me, D King, it was actually good. You enjoyed D King. You enjoyed it. And Jonathan is making this shit clear because I know you said it before. Johnson says, I don't think Jace will do a kissing cousin story. We're living in a different time. God damn, this thing is heavy. It's a new one. It's actually pretty good. Just says it's so stupid. Jess, what do you think of Tracy's conversation with Sasha? Saying that the next time she does some shit like that, she's being fired. Do you think that Sasha was a little too comfortable asking Michael for money? You think that Sasha was in the wrong? Uh, I don't think the world needs to start a petition over that, Ron. Okay, Kai Wan is coming in strong, but I guess you're letting out your frustration. I may actually have a new word I may need to block. Okay, so Jess, you don't think that Sasha was out of pocket for that? Okay, we've been debating about that. Yes, there was a couple of people on my side. Okay, okay. Yes, we didn't talk. I don't know. We talked about this yesterday. Because I had to cut out a little early. What do you think of the scene with Brad making Portia squirm? What did you think about Portia when she had to sit there and change her energy when she realized that Brad knew the goods on her and could have probably got her ass fired or in jail or both? Because I enjoyed the shit out of that. Portia definitely did not have that same energy. She didn't have that same tone with Brad. She was all like, "Oh, you're doing really great, and I can see the improvements that you're making, and it's awesome. Oh, it's awesome. Okay." There we go. Just as I love that he turned the tables on Portia. Like I said, I was ready to cook tonight. Johnson says Brad gave Portia an ultimatum was well deserved. Oof, I loved every minute of it, Jonathan. I thoroughly enjoyed that shit. He was a goddamn bully. Yeah, okay, do I? All right. I enjoyed the shit out of it. That's what her little sanctimonious ass get. And she didn't have that resting bitch face that she had before, though, I'll tell you that much. That was gone. Oh, I don't have time for you. Are you gonna make time today? You gonna make time today? I definitely enjoyed doing that review that day, though. It's times like that when I see a scene like that, it's like I love what I do. Ron says, "Why shouldn't Alex share Stephanie with Chanel? Because women don't share men. That's why. Those two hot women they ain't doing that shit, bro. Women don't unless you're in some sort of cult or some sort of sister wives or whatever. You ain't sharing no man, Ron." Lashanta says, "My friend don't want to admit I was right. Brad would blackmail Portia, as he should, as he should. He just put her. He just he corrected her. Okay." And the sad thing is, I don't even like Brad like that. I don't even like Brad like that. Even though if DC was in here, DC would be like, "Well, Brad is a good man and everything. Brad is a really good man." I'm like, all right, bro, let's not go that far. Yep, he let her ass know that he had copies too. He's like, "Nah, you can keep this one for your records, okay? Keep that as a reminder of the day where I actually put you in your damn place." Yeah, Duan, I enjoyed that scene. Like I said, Duan, I love what I do. Where is the opportunist? What opportunist people don't understand what that happens? Where is the opportunist? I felt like I hurt my head trying to read that comment. Ron says, "Exactly, Albert, because I ain't sharing Jada and Melinda trash with no other person that's my sister." Also, I want my damn cake and eat it too. Oof. Hey, Ron, that's my sister. That's why he's my jester. Brad is an opportunist. Okay, Colin, I got you. And Portia is a bully. Okay. She is sanctimonious. She act like her shit don't stink. What's good, Darby? And a whole bunch of other things. D King says, "I won't feel bad for Portia. If Brad does blackmail her, she was rude to him for no reason." Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Blackman, Blackman said, "That sexy tall cake and eat it too." Yeah, he wants his cake and eating it too. He wants his sister wives. Listen, Melinda and Jada, they do look pretty good. Um, Now I'm not the type of person that would sit there and be doing that, but you know, Darby says, please don't let Sasha be Robert's daughter. Yeah, because they'll be kissing cousins. Of course, DC didn't have a problem with that. DC didn't have a problem with that. You wouldn't have a problem with that. Ooh, I don't remember. I know she didn't. The thing is, D King, is that Brett didn't come across as sanctimonious. She didn't come across as like her shit don't stink. Okay, Brett knew exactly who she was. When she was at her worst, she knew it. With Portia, she comes across as a damn hypocrite. Telling Liz, oh, well, Brad being back is bad for the hospital. Yeah, yes, sweetheart. And what you're doing is bad for the hospital as well. Even if you have good reasons for why you're doing it, you're still a hypocrite. This uppity self-righteous ass got her just dessert. And it's going to continue. And it's going to continue. And I'm going to enjoy every single time watching her squirm because I'm somewhat of a sadist, but still. There you go, D King. There you go. Like I said, listen, I had to sit there and wake my ass up at 3:45 in the morning. So when I got to work, I was ready to cook. LaShanta, it was really bad when I had to sit there and side with Spencer Cassidy. When I had to side with Spencer Cassidy, that's when I was like, yo, listen, you doing keeping it real, Duan, keeping it real. Have a dark side. Darby says, Albert, you lie at MF. You know you would drop your box to do it. No, no, that's true. That's true, Darby. I'm just saying, like, well, if it was consensual and they both knew, yes, Darby, yes. That's actually true, Darby. But I wouldn't do the whole have my cake and eat it too in a sense. LaShanta says, Albert, this is the second time Portia crossed the line. That's true. She gonna learn today. She's gonna learn the hard way. Take whatever you can. I'm sorry. What did you just say, Ron? What did you just say to me? Ron says, Albert, I'm giving you Stephanie because Connie Vaninsky is gone. You should be happy. Take whatever you can get and be satisfied. Oh wow, okay. So that's where I'm at, Ron. I'm at a stage to just take whatever I can get and just be happy. Well, Jesus Christ, Ron, you're just so generous, aren't you? Derby says a lot of drinks would help too. Actually, it really would not. It actually really would not, Darby. That's that would do the exact opposite. Which I think ain't a damn thing that Curtis is going to be able to do. That is true. Jonathan, the thing is, they're both equally hot. That's the problem, Jonathan. They're both equally hot. In my opinion, I think they're both on that same level. That's true, Darby. I would want a break in her. That's actually very true, Darby. Not because of the skinny thing, just because I'm a little rough. You know, yeah, there's always a little. That's what I meant, Darby. I'm an animal. Darby, I'm not necessarily the very gentle type. So that's right, Darby. Can I say, Darby? Like I said, I'm an animal. She should have punched him. I don't know about going that far. Oh shit. She backed me up, Darby. Not in that way, but she knows I'm an alpha. Sure. I don't know about punching in the face, but that's right. The goddess is here. You think I was? You think I would sit there and say that stuff if Jess was here? I'm just telling the truth, Darby. And I tell a lie. I mean, yeah. The thing is, though, is that he's only doing this. He's only doing this because he can't be with Stephanie. I mean, I am Darby. It's just like I said, I'm an animal, so I just want to break in her. I couldn't do that to Stephanie. I want to break in her. Ooh. Okay, Deacon. Okay. LaShanta says, Abby, did you see if it was left up to Rick, Alexis would be in jail? Or Molly? Yeah, I'm surprised by that too, LaShanta. When he reported her, she didn't get as mad as I thought that she was going to get. But, like I said, Darby, some people have, a little more restraint. I'm just not the restrained type. You know, I may accidentally wind up sending you to the ER. It's not my fault. Don't blame me, Darby. Oh, okay. Ron says Melinda Trash and Jada are both mine, Albert. We'll just have to suck it up with Stephanie or just continue agreeing. Well, thank you, Ron. I'm glad you set me straight, Ron. Tracy says it's not. I gotta keep it real, Tracy. Gotta keep it real. I don't want to get a lawsuit or catch a case. Seriously. Why I gotta go to the ER? Darby, are you drinking tonight? You're not going to the ER. I said Stephanie would want to go to the ER. Well, Ron told me. Ron is like Melinda and Jada are both mine. I just had to suck it up with Stephanie. Ooh. Ron, you told me. Ron, you put me in my place. Excuse the hell out of me. Let's not get it, Darby. We're just We're built a little different. Johnson says EJ is going to be an embarrassment once again. Oh yeah, he's gonna catch that L. You're right. He's gonna catch that L. Remember, he was like, "Yo, listen, I'm either gonna get Brady or I'm gonna get Sarah." He ain't getting either one of them. Listen, I like EJ, but I'm like, bro, EJ's one of those characters where it's like I like EJ, but like you kind of deserve this. Lashanta says, Albert, what did Rich tell? What did Rich tell Brooke? He told her about her heart condition. He told her why they were doing those poses and meditation breathing and stuff like that. And he understood that Brooke was upset about it. And then they just reenacted the same thing that he did with Taylor because Brooke wanted to be kinky. That's what wound up happening. Well, Jess, are you with that? Are you okay with Molly and Dex? That's that. That's really the question, Jess. Are you okay with Molly and Dex? Ryan, I think that he's gonna be fired at that point. Johnson says, "Do you think Kristen will let Xander and Sarah have to serve now?" I don't see why not. I mean, Jonathan. The thing is, you know, that Sarah's not going to be in that wheelchair for long. That most likely Sarah's not going to be in that wheelchair for long. Amber says, "I do." You do what? Tracy says, "No, no, Molly and Dex. She needs to stay faithful to her husband. Yeah, she needs to stay faithful to her husband. I mean, she did that before with Brando, but yeah, she needs to stay faithful this time. But yeah, yes. What do you think about that, Jess? Whoa, okay, shit, I didn't see that coming. Hmm. Any particular reason why? Oh, Lashanta says I'm talking about betraying Taylor's confidence. No, Taylor did sit there and tell Brooke that Ridge will tell you everything that's going on. So in reality, Ridge didn't betray her confidence because Taylor was sitting there saying like Ridge is gonna tell you everything that I'm telling you. That's gonna back me up on it. Johnson says he thinks Xander will apologize to Brady. I think he will. When he was talking to his mom today, he was actually genuinely remorseful for almost, taking out Brady. So I think he will. I think he will, Jonathan. Do you think that he will? And Xander will owe EJ a thank you. Oh, and Xander will owe Eric a thank you. I don't know if it's going to go that far, but he should apologize to him. Ron said, where you were so you think that Gabby go living with since Ron, she gonna live with her brother. I know she gonna live with Rafe. Oh my god, she gonna want to live with Rafe. I mean, where else she gonna go? Rosanna will owe Eric a thank you. Yeah, okay, I can see that. It took me a second. I can see that. But yeah, exactly. I mean, where else will she go, Jonathan? I mean, to sail him in? Lashanta says, I'm saying Brooke told Riz she should have told. Yes, Lashanta, and I did think that that was out of pocket. Yes, I did think when you said that that was out of pocket. That wasn't her place. That wasn't her place. That wasn't his place to tell Brooke about Taylor's medical condition, so she was out of pocket. Darby says Albert the alpha male bostic. Yeah, yeah, that's about right. Yeah, yeah, that's actually about right. That's actually a perfect sentence. Duane says Happy Halloween, everyone, because I don't celebrate. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for the happy Halloween. That's 14 days earlier. Okay. I mean, I don't celebrate it all that. I think I usually, honestly, told you, Duane, I say a happy birthday to my two friends because it's their birthdays, and then I sleep. Normally, I normally sleep that day. Amber says, I think Marley and Dex will be together. Maybe. Do you think EJ will still have his job after this? In a sense, Jonathan, it's possible. How many times did Melinda sit there and lose cases and she still had kept her job? Think about that, Jonathan. How many L's did she take? Ron, I changed my stance on standalone episodes, Ron. I am going to be watching the Phyllis Summers episode. Maybe said, do any of you do mischief night? What is mischief night? So yeah, no, he gonna keep his job. I mean, obviously, told you job. Then what else is he gonna do? He got kicked out of the mirror. Ain't got anything else going for him unless he wants to sit there and try to be mayor again. Somehow, Jonathan, I think in a sense, DA does kind of work for him because EJ is kind of the devil, and at least with being a DA, there's a certain moral compass that comes with that job when you start to think about it. That's why I'm cool with him being DA. I mean, Ron, I think he's just going to be there for. Oh, I never heard of that, Jonathan. Wow, that's interesting. I never heard of that. I mean, Ron, I think he's just going to be there for his sister. So, regardless how he feels, Lashanta says, Brooke, don't tell Riz nothing. Brooke, don't tell Riz nothing. Look, she knew about Hope inappropriate feelings towards Finn before the kiss. Okay. Yeah, that's true, Lashanta. But what does that have to do with your other statement, though? That's true. He does still have his law license, so yeah, there is that. You're absolutely right. But Abe doesn't want his job back. I don't really understand how those two sentences are related, but yeah, well, I mean, Lashante, he's busy running Body and Soul. The storyline that no one likes except for me, apparently. It's really not. Hey. Dave, it's been a hot minute. What's good, Dave? Dave says, just wanted to get this off my chest. Holly's son is the mother of Sasha. Absolutely. That is true, Dave. It's good to see you again. Oh, Jonathan. I guess we'll see about that, Jonathan. I guess we'll see. That's what I'll sit there and say. We shall see. We shall see. But days look like it's getting good this week. Like I said, even what you call it has been Wino has actually been good. Yeah, I've been good. I've been good, Dave. It's good to see you though. How have you been? Michelle says, I'm saying she wanted to know everything and tell him that. No, yeah, no, Lachelle, no, I get the double standards. You're right, I get it. Um, yeah, I get it. And you know, Lachelle, I read some of your other comments in the comment section. I don't always get a chance to reply back, but I do get what you're saying though. So is that the reason why you don't like Brooke Lachante? Because she comes across as a hypocrite? I guess that does make sense. When I first started watching it, Brooke used to annoy me. Johnson says, I think Mark may accidentally end up shooting Marin while she's trying to put. Yeah, I think so too, Jonathan. I think what's going to wind up happening is going to either happen tomorrow or Friday, but I think it's going to be Friday though. I still like calling her Fabby, but yes. Yeah. What's your thoughts on Leo Camp telling the difference between Hattie and Marlena because he didn't want to open the door? I thought it was a comedy scene. I thought it was a comedy scene. It wasn't really funny, but yep, Fabigail. Thank you, Jonathan. I call it Fabby sometimes because it's, Abby, Fabby, but yes, Fabigail. I guess it's a lot more direct. No, Albert is Friday cliffhanger. Yeah, that's what I was going to sit there and say. Make more sense that it's a Friday cliffhanger. Anyway. But no, I just thought it was, right. Sometimes they like to put in these little tongue in cheek comedy things that usually miss the mark most of the time. But anyway, um, Marlena's gonna do this is gonna do the same because Hattie wants to sit there and act like a 12-year-old. Hattie's a grown ass 50-year-old woman that's sit there throwing a temper tantrum and saying, I don't want to film my last scene. But as you know, that's happened before. Regardless of what the reason is, it's happened before. Marcus, whatever, has done that. That's the thing, D King. You gotta remember that Holly is a very self-centered person at times. And when she gets in these cons and she's doing her travels and stuff like that, I can see her just kind of just looking at Sasha's stuff or whatever in the rearview mirror. In the rearview mirror. This isn't the first time that she's just kind of disappeared or whatever and just kind of been an absentee parent for the most part. Or could have been that. It's all possible. Yeah, I'm very curious about. When I started watching, I like Broken Tune. I saw how she was always screaming and playing dirty. I love Taylor. Taylor fan. Okay, interesting. Yeah, Darby. Yeah, people have been sitting there saying that all night. Which I'm happy for him, Darby, because it seemed like GH was just bullshitting with this man's time, and that wasn't cool. And they practically gave him an FU in the sense of his last scene being drunk, walking away, and never really talking to Trina. I felt like that was an FU towards the actor and the character. D King says all that Sasha wouldn't have Elise told Brando her mother was alive. Yeah, they're gonna have some explaining to them. I know Jess said that it was a retcon. Maybe it was a retcon. It doesn't feel like a retcon. It feels like they're just trying to shoehorn this whole now their mother and daughter. But it's gonna be it might be a problem depending on who the father is. That's the thing. But yeah, as far as the real Andrews Darby, I'm happy that he's gonna be on another show other than General Hospital. Because General Hospital clearly seemed like they didn't give two flying f- about him. We'll just have to wait and see. But I think I'm gonna end the stream here because I am starting to get a little tired. A long day, but this is a lot of fun though. This is a lot of fun. Plus, I'm gonna not sleep too late tonight. Well, I don't want to sleep too late in bed since I do got a big day of watching the soaps before I get ready to do a live stream. Exactly. I'm so glad that you remembered the forever dad crap. That little mantra that Trina said that clearly didn't mean a damn thing. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Short Chat with Ivan Bostic. Thank you. He says, good night, everyone, and hit the like button on the way out. You hit the like button, share the videos, continue to share the videos. That definitely does help. Um, this is fun. This was a lot of fun. So I appreciate y'all all coming through tonight. Thank you for your patience. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Tracy. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, D King. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Lashanta. Have a good night, Tracy. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. Have a good night, Duwan. Have a good night, Laura Smith. I think Laura Smith is in the chat. Have a good night, Felicia. And any other person I forgot. Have a good night, Duwan. Any other person I forgot, you know who you are. I will see you in the next live stream. Later. Oh, have a good night, Cat Lady. Have a good night, Queen Cat Lady. Laters.